I don't know if it was a speech, but he was doing some sort of round table.
It was an interview.
Yeah, an interview, I guess, of him talking about how the time for kneeling is over, which some people may agree that the time for kneeling is over, that we need to do more action-based, I don't know, I guess just have a little more action besides talking about it. Like, people are aware of the situation was the point that he's trying to make. Like, awareness, we're here, everyone knows that we have a problem.
Yeah.
But like actually doing something about it is kind of where we're at. So I think he just made that point with dumbass verbiage.
Yeah, he was pretty insensitive about how he said it for such a sensitive topic. And I think that's what people fail to realize. Like, I understand you can be passionate and have an opinion about the issue, and that's fine. But the way you convey a certain message, especially if you want people to listen to what you're saying fully, you need to be careful about how you're relaying the message. And he was just kind of insensitive, and he was just kind of like, even like in a laughing way, just kind of saying like, we're over it. Like, you know about the issue, you know about the issue, talking like different, like there was like white people in the room, there were black people in the room, just asking everyone around. And I don't know, if you really listen to what he said, I kind of agree. You know, he was basically saying like, okay, people are now aware, what are we gonna do about it? And it's like, okay, yeah, let's all collectively like agree, like let's do something about it. You know, it's time for us, like as a black community, I feel like that's our biggest issue, and I've said this before, it's like we need to agree on something and then move towards it.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, and it's so hard. I understand there's so much going on, but yeah, if someone has to say it, he said it.
Yeah, he did say it.
So I don't know, but there was a lot of shade that came behind what he said, because apparently Jay-Z, not apparently, I knew this, Jay-Z just isn't that great of a fucking person.
No, he's shit.
Jay-Z, I don't know, aside from like the blatant bullshit he's done, he's always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. He's always come off as arrogant. Like, there's this one song he has, and it literally starts off with like Blue Ivy saying like, "Daddy, what's a will?" And he just like includes that on his song, and I'm like, do you really think that black people don't know what a will is? Like, I don't know, I just think he kind of insults the black community.
Yeah.
It's like he belittles us. Literally in some of his songs I listen to, I'm just like, dog, like, you're not putting us on game, you're just speaking some obvious shit right now, and for you to not think we're past this is kind of insulting. And that's how I've always felt about Jay-Z, so I'm not shocked that he's done some bullshit in his past, because he's just an arrogant little thing. I don't know, I've always felt that way, but not to say he's like awful. You know, everybody has some bad to him.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of his bad.
He's just, the things he does rub me the wrong way as well. Like, just the way he came up, but it's also like, I get it, sometimes you just have to like do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But
selling your mom crack isn't a part of that.
Mom crack, you don't need to, well, he shot his brother, and then he stabbed somebody else, some sort of record executive. So, I mean, he has a streak.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to take him seriously all the time. But, that's what it is. Weird, just weird couple. Not a weird couple, but just, shady. Strange.
He always has something going on, and some underlining meaning behind it. Yeah. We never really know. It's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know? But what we do know is how much Khalifa made.
Yep, in the porn industry. How sad. Like, honestly,
all her porn tapes.
$12,000. That's it.
Is it recorded already?
Yeah, $12,000.
Literally.
I just don't know what to say about that, because I don't know what you're supposed to make in the porn industry, but I do know what I expected her to make in the porn industry, and it was way more. Really way more.
Yeah, well, what happened with Khalifa is she was young when she got into it, like most girls are, and they just sign a contract. You hear dollar signs, you hear you have to do this, you're gonna get paid for it, sign this, you're gonna do it. And at the time, of course, she probably didn't read through it, and apparently they own like a whole website with her name, like MiaKhalifa.com or Mia Khalifa, whatever it's called, I'm not sure. She doesn't get any cent from that website, and it's literally all her porn tapes. You can go on there, pay to watch her full videos, and she's not seeing a cent from it.
Damn.
So because of contracts like that, like they basically own her name, and it's fucked up for real, because it's like, honestly, like at that time the porn industry consisted of like young girls just trying to make money. It was like the thing to do at the time. Like they were recruiting 18-year-olds like crazy. Of course they're just gonna sign on to it. It's a quick dollar. I would have probably done it, honestly. And it's like, this fucked up. Like if I would have came out and been now with like a grown-ass woman throwing $12 in my name, and I still see her shit on my timeline on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you only have $12,000 because of that? I would be so pissed. Like, it's fucked up, and she's not the only one. So I'm glad she's speaking on it, because it's like, it's not right. I don't think anything's gonna change. Contracts to contracts, kind of. But
yeah, exactly.
It just makes you think, like, be aware.
Yeah.
Like, for those girls who are trying to go down that route, just fucking read what you're signing.
Yeah, let it be a cautionary tale that like it's not all it's cracked up to be. And even the most popular don't know exactly what they're doing.
God, I've seen her shit. I'm not taking 2 big dicks for just, what'd she say, like $1,000 a video?
Oh God.
You better, like, I don't know, take it for the better and actually like want to speak up on it and not be embarrassed. Is kind of cool. I'm glad she made something of it, and she's not ashamed to talk about it.
Yeah, she has nothing to really be ashamed of. It's like sad, and it's nothing bad on her. It's just like, damn, fuck. That's reality. That is a nice little bit of reality there. But we're gonna bring you on to our reality, our real life experiences. We want to talk about our first time, some of our ignorant shit, because honestly, the first time I've done anything has been dumb. And a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's talk about what Alicia's doing right now. Drinking.
No, literally. Okay, I can very clearly remember my first time being drunk. I don't know, I dabbled in alcohol when I was younger. You know, you have a few sips of like your family members' drinks or whatever. I've never just been like drunk.
Yeah.
But one night I got invited to a party. It was like a house party, and my friends had a bottle of Everclear, and so we went to Jack in the Box, and I got like a peach tea, and I poured like a shit ton of Everclear in it. I didn't really understand the concept of like how much alcohol you're supposed to mix. I don't know, I just poured a shit ton, mixed a lot. I was like, I'm trying to get fucked up, like why not? So literally I just remember dancing the entire night. It was like ridiculous. Like I couldn't stop dancing. I do that often when I get really drunk, not anymore, but like that's just kind of what happens. And I just remember there being a guy behind me the entire night, and all my friends were like, "Do you know him?" And I was like, "No, like I don't know who he is," and I didn't want to turn around because I was just like, I was like kind of wasted, and they were like trying to shoo him away, but it was a crazy night, and I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was young, but I don't know. That was the first time I got drunk. It wasn't the first time I blacked out though.
Oh,
no, that's 2 separate occasions. Do you remember the first time you got drunk though? No,
I don't. I tried to think about it, but I remember the first time I remember being drunk, and it was at a house party, and it was so much fucking fun. I had the best time. I mean, because I had nothing but stamina back then.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All night.
Yes, all night. Like I did not stop having fun until like literally 6 a.m. Like 6 a.m. I was like, all right, let me relax. But like from 11 p.m. until then, like I was raging. Like I was drinking everything, like anything and everything. Like oh my god, I didn't know any of like the liquor rules. Like I was just taking shots. I was having like a good time. Like,
I didn't know you weren't supposed to mix until like college.
Yep, same.
I was like, oh.
Until probably like the third time I blacked out, that's when someone finally told me. I was like, oh, that's a key.
That's what that keeps.
That's a handy little tip. Like honestly, truly. So it was just, I just had a great time. Like true, that's all I remember. And then I remember like being exposed to like all the different types of drunk people. Like I didn't realize, like I didn't know what an angry drunk was. I didn't know what a sad drunk was until people were like pointing it out, like, oh, she's just such a fucking sad drunk. And I was just saying like, oh, that's why this bitch was crying. Like,
right. I feel like it takes a few times of you getting drunk and understanding alcohol to realize, like, okay, people have a different side of them when they're drunk. Because when I saw people actually like act up on alcohol, that was like the spirits within itself. Like, I don't know, people really just act out of character, and it's crazy because it's like I don't really think I'm one of those people. Like when I'm drunk, I'm out of character, but not like that.
yeah, not like that.
I get wild, but not. I'm not gonna do a split in the club.
Oh, no, yeah, no. You'll be with some bitches out of just some splits in the club. And so you'll be associated. So I don't know why.
No.
I mean, you can try and distinguish yourself. But once you're in the group with the bitches that are doing splits in the club, you're just there.
You're a bitch who just splits in the club.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. My first time blacking out, I do remember, and I think it was in college, maybe. Actually, I vaguely remember it. No, I kind of remember it, but not really. I just remember,
Did you black out the Everclear night?
yeah,
Okay, but before that?
I think so. Maybe like, no, okay. That recording I didn't really black out. I think the first time really was a toga party. I think that was like my first real blackout. And I still don't remember that night, of course. And I just remember like, we were in competition.
Yes.
And we were taking shots. And I don't know why we were in competition, but it was like, no, like, I'm gonna take the most shots. Like,
We walked in and it was like game on. Yeah, back then we were, I don't know, it was like more fun.
Let's get drunk quick. Yeah, that's literally what it was. It was fun, but I was wasted. Still barely moving.
I would say 15 minutes of being at this party, like dead ass.
We were the only ones. That's the thing. Everybody else was like chilling. They made themselves like a drink, and they were just on the couch talking. We were at the counter just throwing back shots. The next thing I know, we're just like in the car on the way to the party, and I'm just like,
That's the next thing you know, because I'll tell you what happened to me.
I don't remember.
No.
Okay. What? No, you tell me.
Okay, yeah, no,
What do you remember?
I remember, okay, not a lot. Don't get, I don't remember getting in the car, but I'm gonna tell you my piece before my ass fucking knocked out 30 minutes in. Okay, so I remember we wanted pictures taken because we felt like we were being cute. So we asked a nigga to take pictures of us, and y'all gotta get situated. But he's like taking the pictures of us, and I just remember Alicia hugged me, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how I knew Alicia was drunk. I was like, oh, this bitch, it's such nuts to her.
Yes.
Alicia's just not, we don't hug. Like, there's just never, it doesn't happen like that. So I was like, oh my God, she is wasted. We're about to have fun. And then, okay, so I don't remember this part. I'm putting it together from the pictures I saw the next day. So the next day, I look on my phone and I see that on the counter where we were chilling, so I'm assuming this is what happened next.
Oh, I remember this vividly. No, somebody had their debit card there. And Ivana goes, I don't know who pointed out. You saw it. No, Ivana had to see it because she's the only one that would notice some shit like this. She's like, oh shit, somebody left their debit card out. And next thing you know, she has her phone out, and it's the most half-assed photos next day of this debit card. Not even the front, I think.
No, I only got the back, and it was blurry. Like, I just remember thinking, like, my sweat up, I was like, I'm not about to get caught up and not get the 3 digits, like, ignorant. And like, I really didn't believe I had it in me. That's what pissed me off. It's like, I was just like, how did this even end up on my phone? And it's like, no, you scammy ass bitch. Like, you know what you did.
It's so funny.
Yeah, so then after that, my memory, I fade back in. I black out for a second when I
like towed her to the car, and I think like,
no, Alicia, we were not gonna skip over.
Okay,
we went to a room.
Okay, we can talk about
We went to a room.
Okay, well, to begin with, it was weird because we busted in this apartment. You didn't start off with this. Ivana just walks into this apartment, and it turns out it's this guy I used to talk with like freshman year, and Ivana just bursts in, and he's just kind of like, oh, what's up, y'all? And I'm like, hey, like, we're not here for you, we're here for this guy who's actually visiting you. It was just an awkward situation to begin with, but yeah.
I don't think it was awkward.
It wasn't that awkward. It was fun because they didn't care, but
we came in looking good.
it was a lot. But we were in this room,
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now you can tell.
I don't remember too much because this is when everything started spinning
I
out.
was blacked out a little bit at this point. I was just like on a nigga's lap in the corner, and Ivana was calling some guy pretty.
Oh yeah, there was this light-skinned nigga, and it was light-skinned. So I was just like, let me just call this nigga pretty.
But it was like almost like an insult because I was laughing. Yeah, you were like mocking.
No, he was like, he had like the Jew fro, like he was like, yeah, like his mama could have been white. Like I was just like, kind of like, let me just fuck with him, I have shit else to do. You're over there sucking face. So the last thing I remember, literally, this is when I realized I was blacking out. I was like, yo, looking at the light skin, he became a little light blur. I look at a mirror and I was like, oh shit, bitch. And then I looked to the back and you just saw this nigga's laugh and I was just like, I'm going down.
But then we ran to the car. You weren't blocked out yet. And then I think you mentioned like your house is right there. You could have went home, but I was like, no, we're going to the techno party. Like there's no way, like we weren't gonna go. So she's just like in the back seat, and you were up for half the ride. Half the ride, she like passed out. So I take like a hair tie. And I try to pull your hair back, and it was the most pathetic thing. I was just like, oh my god, I was trying so fucking hard. I was just like so disappointed in myself. I'm like, bitch, if you don't pull this shit back, like, what are you doing right now? And then I was like, okay, I have to leave her here. So we get to the party, and it's in the middle of downtown. I didn't have to. I tried to wake you up. I didn't know what else to do.
No, I'm glad you left me. I did. I was like, leave me. I'd much rather that.
I was like, let's just lock the door.
Exactly.
I think you had like a jacket, some jacket over your body.
Sounds like war.
And like every 5 minutes while I was in the party, I just tried calling Ivana. I was drunk as fuck. At this point's blocked out. I just have like a call record. Every 5 minutes, I'm just like, let me call her. Let me make sure she's in the car. Never answered. Did text back. When I got to the car, I didn't know if she would be there. Like in my head, at the end of the party, I was freaked the fuck out because I was like, Ivana's not gonna be in the car. You need to prepare yourself for that now. Like she's gone. Because it was wild. I was like, why would you not get out and just like, I don't know, we're gonna try to get in. I didn't know what. I was like, she won't know what building it's in. It was just a mess. I was so nervous. But the next day, I was just like, yeah. It was cool though. I think blacking out is fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And
I think I suggested
in responsible conditions. I wasn't driving. That's probably why I wasn't so worried. I was like, I'm not driving. This is better. So,
for sure. Yeah, anytime I don't know I'm driving, there's a good chance. And if I go on vacation, 9 out of 10, probably I'm a blackout.
yeah, so
That's almost my default.
blacking out is necessary.
Yeah. But no,
Not necessary.
know your surroundings.
Yeah, don't be in danger. Because blacking out literally is that, like,
Yeah, you won't remember
I don't
shit.
remember shit. Like, I had people telling me, like, oh, I was like, why are you being so friendly with me right now? They were like, you don't remember last night? And I was like, absolutely not. I have no idea what I did to this day.
I remember waking up that next day and we literally, we wrote out what happened. We had to get like a whiteboard and like piece it all together. Cause I remember waking up and I just smelled mint. So I just had gum. I think I had gum just like attached to me. I think it was in my bra. Yeah, it fucked up a bra. I remember that. And then like just, oh God, I was just a mess that day. It took me so long to get like be coherent. And then my roommate, oh yeah, you passing off to my roommate, that bitch. But yeah, it was just all around. I thought, honestly, when I was like younger, I thought when you drank, you would eventually regain your memory. Like, no, that shit's lost forever.
Exactly. I had no idea blacking out meant that. I thought, literally, yeah, just for the moment, you're just gonna be like, ah, in the moment. And then the next day you'll remember it. But like, no one told me that pieces of my memory would be vanished.
Yeah.
The fuck? What do you mean I'm literally blacked out? Like, even as the moment's gone, your vision just goes out. You're just, I was already dancing.
No, really though.
I have no idea what I looked like. It's insane.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate that not knowing what I looked like. And then, oh God. Someone recently sent me a picture of me blacked out and I was just like,
Oh, I can imagine what I look like. No, now my eyes are crossed.
different directions, like just one eyelid up here.
That's the first thing to go when I'm drunk is my vision in my eyes.
Just like this. It's just like this.
And then my neck.
Oh yes, no. It was so bad. I was like, why would you ruin my day like this? Middle of the day. You guys see my ass literally looking like a, it's pitiful. But besides alcohol, other mistakes I've made include men. And there's a first time for every mistake. Oh my god, no, you're honestly my first boyfriend. I have no complaints. He was a good boy. Like he let me mold him, and that's what matters most in a relationship with me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what you need to do. But Alicia's was a little bit different.
No, I had such a, I don't know. At this time, I think I had my first boyfriend, it was like 6th grade. I was still very awkward in this phase. And I was still kind of to the point where I barely even just like got out there and talked to people. And so I met this guy in my cousin's like apartment complex. He was cute, he was a little older. I've always been into older guys, I don't know. And we started dating. And then I moved away to like 45 minutes away, not far. But when I came back to visit, like my mom still stayed in that town, I came back to visit and I was staying at my best friend's house. I found out that these niggas was dating behind my damn back. Like not only dating, like he was trying to take this bitch's virginity. Literally, we're in a relationship together. We talked every night for like hours, literally for hours. Like we talked all the time. Meanwhile, he's trying to fuck my best friend. And I don't know, the way I found out, I think I just put 2 and 2 together. I think I had someone tell me. Like I don't really remember how I found out, but I found the fuck out. And I maybe hacked one of their profiles. I maybe hacked her MySpace and read her messages. That's probably how I found out. That's some shit I would do back then. And I was very good at hacking profiles.
The fuck?
So I found her messages, and then she was like proud about this shit. And I don't know, it just kind of spiraled from there. I was just
proud. What do you mean? So she was like,
oh no, she was like showed off. She's like, yeah, like we've been talking, and then she's like, what do you expect? Blah blah blah. Like I really like him, and they didn't fuck because come to find out, like he couldn't get his dick hard, and this is probably too hardcore for you to do. He couldn't get it up, and it just didn't work out. But side note, he's actually like there's something wrong with him. He's on drugs now, but like I think in high school he was like in separate classes. That's to put it the nice way. And this girl is also a little bit off as well. Anyways,
there is a lot to unpack there.
There is a lot to the story. It was just a weird situation. That's why I didn't take it so personal, because I'm like, yeah, both of these people are very just fucked up individuals. Like when it was coming out, I was just like, is it worth my time? I forgave both of them. But when I went to her house, she like showed me his watch, and she was still like really liked him. So that was like my first experience with guys. I was like, okay, they ain't shit. I knew off that. Like my parents had to tell me shit. I was like, okay, cool, this is what it is. Like that was like my first instance. And I really liked him. He was like my first boyfriend. We dated for like a year.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was just like, well, oh well.
So y'all went to different schools.
We went to different schools, yeah. He stayed like 45 minutes away. I was seeing him on the weekends.
Gotcha, okay.
So that's how that happened. That's what, yeah, long distance, it doesn't work. Okay. That's what that taught me. At least in the United States. But, yeah, I don't know. That was my first experience with fucking niggas. Like, that's when I realized, like,
shit.